It's a bit tedious. When she said that, I was like, oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, so the idea is we're going to do online marketing. So it's how to bring people to the website. And there's many ways of doing it. Alright, so let me just put this here. Alright. Welcome to Radio FM Online Marketing. I'm your host, Cal Heaton. I'm here with Farzan and Keita and Matt. Alright, okay, so yourwebsite.com, you've got your domain name and everything like that. So what do you do first? Well, one of the first things we do is install some WordPress plugins. Don't do it now, we'll do it in a minute. Alright. So, one of the first things we want to do is install these plugins to allow us to sort of take control of our online so the SEO of WordPress. WordPress, one of the reasons it became so popular is because the SEO of it is really good. You know, you've got your pages and posts. Every time you make a new post, that's automatically a H1. You've got all your link structure, you've got tags, you've got clean usable code, all this sort of stuff is all done for you. But you can have a little bit of help from this. Now, what this is a plugin called All-in-One SEO. Now, a lot of the new themes do this for you. If they don't, you can use this. So, it allows you to give a custom homepage title. So this is the homepage title for Web Courses and the description. This here, the keywords are no longer important, they're not relevant. Alright, so Google has, Matt Cutts from Google said, look, just because people were spamming it so much, it didn't really add anything to searches. So, you know, they don't even count keywords anymore. Other search engines might, but I doubt they do. You've now got stuff like this, which is the post title, unique title of the post, the category and the blog title. So for example, it might be bearing 49276, category is bearings, and blog title is nut machinery. Or it might be CD cover design, category is print design, and then blog title is Ankita Soda. Yeah. How do I pronounce your name properly?
My last name?
Yeah. Sodia. Okay, and then obviously you've got your categories and stuff like that, so it automatically renames it. Alright. Next one is Google Sitemap XML. Now, an XML doesn't look pretty, but it just looks like a big list of all your pages and posts and categories. It tells you when it was made, how important it is, and when to come back to check it. So for example, you might have a page that's all your news items, and you might update that weekly, or you might update it daily, and you want Google to come back and check instantly for your new content. So there's two ways of doing it. There's telling Google when to come back, and there's also proactively pinging Google to say, look, I've just made something new, come and check it out. Now I can get on Google in about 3 minutes now. Alright? And that's not to say I'm great, it's just to say that I've got this plugin. Yeah? In the old days being about a month and a half ago.
Oh my god.
A month and a half ago, no, maybe 2 months, Google and Twitter had a partnership. Unfortunately, that partnership didn't carry on. I don't think it was anything bad, but they stopped it. But what it was is as soon as anything was tweeted, it went on Google. It was called instant search. So all I had to do is tweet my blog post, and then I was at the top of Google for that blog post. So yeah, but I don't think they do it anymore.
Are you talking about that thing called Google Instant?
So, alright, so SEO and WordPress plugins. So, what have you just learned?
Learn about the new plugin.
What's it called?
It's called XML SEO plugin.
Okay. So how do I install the plugin?
Install the plugin just inside the WordPress setting.
Yep.
And then you can search the plugin and install it.
Okay, and it's called All-in-One SEO, and it's called Google Sitemap XML. Now, just a word of warning: Google Sitemap XML. When you search for that in the plugins directory, you get the first one has got 2 votes, and about the fourth one down has got 2,721 votes. Go for the 2,721.
I think so. We looked at it.
Yeah. So that's SEO and WordPress plugins. That sets you up. All right. now what we need to do is tell Google about our sitemap and tell Google about our website. So you'll hear something called Webmaster Tools. And Webmaster Tools starts off with submitting your sitemap. So you need to tell all the search engines about it. Now, there's only really two search engines now, because Yahoo has been bought by Bing and is now inside Bing, and then obviously you've got Google, so you've just got Bing and Google. The important thing about Bing is it powers Facebook. The search powers the web results is from Bing. Right, and actually Bing's popping up in lots of other places as well. So the first one is Google Webmaster Tools. Google Webmaster Tools is it's a very nice place where you can monitor what's going on with your website. So say for example you've got a sitemap and like yours is static. Your website is static now.
Yeah.
So what happens if you change one of the pages? It's still in your sitemap. So Google Webmaster Tools will tell you that. Call it a crawl error. Or maybe you've got duplicate page titles. It will tell you about that as well. And maybe people have been sharing on the Google+. It'll tell you about that as well. Maybe you've got site links, which means you've got your main domain name, and then below it you've got all your popular pages. They're called site links. You can control that with Google Webmaster Tools. And it looks similar to this. This is actually a little bit old now, but it's kind of similar. So it tells you all the details, if there's any not found or errors or anything like that, and it tells you what's been happening. This has actually been updated now, so when you log in, you'll see a different version. And one of the things you will see is social on here.
Do we need to keep updating the sitemaps once we install
That's
it?
the thing. When you've installed the plugin will automatically update it for you.
That's so good.
But it has the word rebuilt in it. I mean, what's the point if it's going to automatically update this stuff anyway?
Sometimes there might be a problem. Maybe you've done a caching thing or something, and you just want to rebuild it yourself. Okay, this is now dead. Yahoo Site Explorer is not existing. It may still exist, but it's now inside Bing Webmaster Tools, which is this one. All right, so it does look really, really nice. And so you can see how you're being found and things like that. All right, this is for a company called Zone 1 Creative, and this is how they were found. All right, so this is how many times it was shown and how many times it was clicked. We will be installing this later today anyway. So, what have you learned?
After we set up our plugin, we have to start kind of managing our website a little bit, and that's where Webmaster Tools come in.
And what does Webmaster Tools need? What does it work from? Sitemap.xml. Yeah? Nat's looking nervous like, I didn't know that. So yeah, the sitemap is... Because in the old days you submitted to Google and then you'd have no idea whether it came or not, apart from your server going maybe a bit slow. So yeah, the Webmaster Tool is a great place. So, the most important thing that you do, so you've now set it up, you've made a site, you've submitted it to Google, and now what do? The idea is quality on-site content, yeah? And I mean a lot of it, as much as you can, all right? But quality is more than quantity. I mean, if you find yourself sort of writing bullshit every week, just write once a month that's really good, all right? So, write unique content. So you can't copy and paste because you'll get very, very bad rankings from Google, and you might even get banned. Once you've created your article, you can then submit it to social bookmarking sites. Things like Delicious, Facebook, Dig, Twitter, all these different places. So social networks and social bookmarking sites. All right. So here's an example of one of our things. The Bitcoin is the future of online payments. So when you are doing the titles, think of keywords, but also think of something interesting. So future of online payments, that's a pretty big thing to say. I might read this. All right, do a nice little banner. You guys are all pretty good at Photoshop now. Give yourself a nice little banner. I've got my my Twitter and share. This is all a plugin. Yeah, it's just a share plugin called Sexy Bookmarks. All right, and so you can just write some nice content, okay, and then submit it. So as soon as I submit soon as I've written anything, I submit it to Twitter. Sorry, I tweet it, I share it, I stumble it, I dig it, and I read it. But it doesn't take long. It takes a minute.
Do you, I mean, after doing all that, do you find that it's helping your site a lot?
God, yeah.
The social stuff?
Oh yeah, we get nearly 30,000 people a month,
Wow.
of which 14,000 of them are from just one site, from Stumble.
Wow.
But that's good content. Yeah.
This might be stupid, but what do you use Stumble for?
Okay, Stumble is a website where you've got a little bar at the top, right, and you click Stumble and it just goes to another website, based on your likes. So if you like rock climbing, or if you like education, or if you like web design, you'll go to web design websites. When I submit my content, I give it a category.
Yeah.
And it's just that.
Right, so, okay, now I'll go and look at it later.
Yeah. We'll, if you remind me, we'll look at it here now. By the way, little bit of interesting thing is, when you're doing your day-to-day stuff, right? Fauzan, you're a graphic designer, aren't you? Right? If Ankita asked you to make a logo, what process would you go through?
By asking the requirement first.
Requirements, yep.
Like they want the colors, the elements,
Yeah.
the shape.
Yep.
And then I start, after requirement, I start to research what
Just get some inspiration.
all of the elements can be combined.
Yep. Okay. And maybe some sketches.
Sketching.
Yeah. And then you would send it to her and she'd say, oh, I like this one, I like number 4 and number 6, and I like these colours here and stuff like that.
Some correction.
That whole story could fit nicely into a blog post. How to make a logo. Or even more specific, how to make a logo for a graphic designer. And then the first paragraph would be like, why don't she do it herself, or whatever. You know what I mean? But what I'm trying to say is that if you want to write quality on-site content, why not talk about your processes, about what you do, how you do it, how you do graphic design, how you deal with customers overseas. You know, we're a Thai-based company, yeah, we deal with customers overseas. You know, working 10 ways to improve yourself as a distributor. Do you know what I mean? So it's stuff you're doing anyway. So the reason I'm not going off into Stumble and showing it to you is because I don't want to spoil this presentation. Because I'm going to put it on YouTube. This presentation.
Cool.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm doing content now, and it comes out of it. Ruby on Rails was not made specifically to be a programming language. It was made to make something else. And then people got their hands on it and going, wow, this is great. And it became massive. Now, article marketing is somewhat of a bit of a dirty word, because a lot of people don't do it properly. They don't write good articles, all right? But you can write good articles, and it gives you some nice places to get links. Because now that you've written the content and you've submitted to all your social bookmarking and stuff, all those links that you get from the social sites, they don't really help you get rankings with regards to quality links going to you, because they're normally no follow, right? So, for example, Facebook is this one black hole. You never get any love from it.
Yeah.
All right, you could, yeah, and that's why they're page rank 10. They've kept all their link juice for themselves. All right, and so what you want to do is get actual good links. So one way of doing that is writing articles like this. So we wrote an article called "Learning Web Design in Order to Support Your Family." All right, very nice little article, nothing special and fantastic, but just a nice, clear article with some good information on it. And then you've got things like web design service, WordPress, build websites, and website. So those links come to my site and help me rank for those keywords. Link text is the most important thing, guys. All right. So, for example, if I type in "click here" into Google, which website do you think is the top?
If you just type in "click here."
Yeah. So think about the website being pointed to with the words "click here." Which website do you think it could be?
Any website
No, there's one website that's top of Google.
that have name click and here.
Kind of, no, but all the other websites linking to that website, right? So click here, click here, click here, click here, click here. All goes to this one same website.
Google itself?
Nope. Adobe PDF Reader.
Oh.
Click here to install.
Yeah, click.
If you don't have the PDF Reader, click here to install it.
Yeah.
And they always put the click here as the link.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the top of Google for those 2 words. Can you imagine how many times that is on the internet? And they're top for it.
Oh my god, that's so crazy.
Do you know what I mean? So, so that's what I'm trying to say is that when you are getting links from other people and stuff like that, so hopefully you guys will be happy with the course and you'll write a testimonial. Then in there you're going to have links to work that you've done. I work at Nut Machinery. Great, Nut Machinery will be a link to you. So if anyone types in Nut Machinery, because an authority site like us, because we're pretty good now, is pointing to you with Nut Machinery, it means that you're definitely something to do with Nut Machinery. It means a relevant link. All right. So article marketing is one way of getting links. Next one is directory submission. Now, directory submission, depending on the directory, does give you follow links. Mostly they don't, but sometimes they do. But it's not about, it's not about those links per se, it's about the users using the directories. So for example, this one, Learn for Good has been great for us.
Mm-hmm.
Loads of people have come through using this website and come through to us to find what we do. And so this is why we have this sort of stuff. I've got a review. I didn't know I had a review. And anyway, so find directories that are relevant to you. So for example, Behance, Creatica. All right. So those 2 places that list and list work from graphic designers. All right. So you're a distributor of machine parts. So you need to find out a directory that does local distributors or things, whatever. Yeah. You've got websites like Farang Friendly.
Mm-hmm.
You've got websites like Hot Frog. You've got websites like Quipe. Do you deal with anything in England?
No.
Oh, if you did, Quipe is really good. QYPE. Yeah. It's a very good directory system that's becoming very popular. All right. And then you've got the whole DMOZ people who you can never get in DMOZ. It's just stupid. DMOZ. So, tell me about directory submissions.
Okay, directory submission is like
So you finish your website, what are you going to do?
finish my website. Submit to the site listing
Yep.
directories
yep.
as possible. So we create we put every directory that relate to our website.
Good. Yeah.
It's like for example about graphic design and learning Photoshop and everything, so people can find our website in there and
Good.
read the review.
And portfolios.net, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Get yourself on that.
Mm-hmm.
Good. So directory submissions is finding relevant directories in which to create a profile that gives you both links and also recognition with the users using that directory. Next one is comment posting. All right. So comment posting is this idea of finding blogs and stuff and communities. It can be also forums as well, and taking part in those communities. So for example, I found a website that had it was a blog post on buttons. So what I did is I went to the very bottom and I put in, don't forget us, we've just made a blog post on a sexy button, how to make one. 51 people came to my site instantly looking for that one. And then it was recurring. Every week, people go, click. Yeah. All right. So that's one way to get a link. Now, again, most of them are no follow, but it's those users. I've got to tell you guys, it is very, very hard to get a quality follow link. It is hard. All right. So that's when doing things like a testimonial for us or doing a guest post, which we're going to talk about in a minute, is a place where you can get a follow link. Yeah. So find blogs and forums related to your field and just start taking part in them. So, for example, you can also find people to follow. I found some great people, doing a really nice comment, and then started talking to them on Twitter or whatever, and then you can sort of like, would you like to also write something for us? Great. Oh, yeah, you would. And that's how we found all these people we've interviewed. We've interviewed a lot of people now. And also, if you follow them on Twitter, when they tweet good stuff, you know about it. You know, I've got a couple of people on Twitter that every time they tweet, I'm like, click. 'Cause whatever it is brilliant. You know, it's normally really good stuff. So, and then hopefully, if anyone comments on your own website, reply to it. So Eric says, you know, thank you very much, da 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 da. All right, and then we got Laura to reply straight away. Yeah. Tell me about comment and posting.
Comment and posting.
Nat.
Comment and posting is just brilliant. It's really good. I mean, you get really good follow links from that as well. And I think more than anything else, it shows that you're actively, you know,
Exactly.
taking part
In the community. Brilliant.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Social bookmarking. Do you know what that is?
Just mention understanding.
Yeah. But do you know what it is? What is social bookmarking? What do you think it is from the words?
Maybe just people filtering stuff for you. Like,
Yeah? Yeah?
well, I mean, bookmarking is when, if you like this website, you bookmark it for yourself. Social probably means you share it out, right?
Perfect. Exactly. It's this idea of I find a shitload of cool links and I say, Ankita, mate, you really, really like jQuery, then I've found these links.
Only love to jQuery.
No, it's jQuery loving you. No.
That's true, actually.
Yeah, this update is for Ankita. Alright, so this idea of social bookmarking. Now, for us, what it is if we can get people to bookmark us and they're sharing these social bookmarks like this. Alright, so these are ours, the Web Courses Bangkok ones, and what I've done is I've had these tags here. So if I say to you, if Nat says to me, oh Carl, look, I really want to improve my CSS, no problem. I'll send you delicious.com/Web Courses Bangkok/CSS. And I can share those. And so I've got all these here. Yeah, really, really useful. Now, an important little thing is you can embed these links into your website. So as you're just using the toolbar of click and it's on Delicious, click and it's on Delicious, then it can also be a script that prints it out on your website. So that's how do you remember with your courses you had links for the course? I don't know if you used it or not. We had links, all the websites that we used in the course we list.
Oh, okay.
We use this.
So what, you mean like automatically generates the stuff for you on your website?
On your website, yeah. It's a little embed code.
Yeah, that's really useful.
Very, very useful. Social networking. See, you've already got... Okay. So first of all, we're going to create a fan page. Now, a fan page, the reason it's important is because it's a place you can... What's all the crossed arms for? What's that?
Well, it just got serious.
Is anybody else thinking that there's a massive storm behind us?
Kind of like this unleash its wrath.
Yeah. So, the Facebook fan page is a great way for you to advertise to people. Now, a fan page needs to be interesting because if people don't like it and comment on it or look at it, you will not be shown on their newsfeed. All right? So that means they actively have to go to the fan page to see what's happening. However, if they are liking and taking part and commenting and stuff like that, you'll be part of their newsfeed when they log in. Okay. Now, that means that when you do have a fan page, is A, be relevant and interesting. For example, if you're doing machine parts and you've got a load of friends who like machine parts.
That's really sad.
I don't know. What do you use the machine parts for?
What do you use them for?
Yeah.
Maintenance. Or
Maintenance of...
Maintenance of, like, the machine, there's bearings, there's seals, there's lubrication, like grease.
Yeah.
All those stuff need to be topped up, like, once in a
So
while.
what about metal work? Is it for metal work? Doing
metal work? Not, well, we've got, like, no, not really.
What's the end result of where your bearings go?
Well, there are two possible routes actually. One is to other distributors, suppliers, and because we're quite big, so we distribute to other suppliers too. And the other one is to factories, and they actually use them to maintain their machines. Bearings do break.
Maybe a fan page isn't the best for you.
You can't really follow.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you can because most of the people in Thailand, like those who are not like international companies, they don't really know much about how to maintain like their machine.
Great. Okay. So then your fan page can be about maintaining your machine and saving money or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. How,
Yeah.
Which type of variants to use that suits you.
Brilliant. So there's all your blog posts as well. There's your content.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Brilliant,
as well, like
brilliant.
articles and-
So then you want a place, you want a number of places to post the new blog posts and stuff like that, and their fan page. And Keita, as soon as you finish a design, stick it on there, and all the people who like your work will see it. Fauzan, you're the same. Yeah. So here's a nice logo I did for. What's the last logo you did?
A wedding organizer.
Wedding organizer. Yeah. And you can write about the process. Maybe you can do, the story of my logo for a wedding organizer. Blog post 1, the meeting. Blog post 2, my ideas. Blog post 3, where I got inspiration from. Blog post 4, finalizing. Blog post 6, here's all the beautiful things with it. Yeah? All right. So, fan page. So this is ours. What we do is for example, you've got the news here. So a bit of news. That's me saying hello to someone who, when they added me. So when they add me on Facebook, I always say, hi, have we met before? Where did you find me? From Web Courses Bangkok. To get a link like this, put an @ sign and then start typing. Yeah? And then, stuff that's relevant to us. So this is an intermediate web design class on Flickr. So you click on there and you get to see all the pictures and stuff.
What language is in your little search bar? I mean, your status bar? German?
Yes.
That is so weird.
What does that mean?
It's supposed to say what's on
Right,
your
something,
mind or
yeah.
what are you thinking.
Yeah.
So random.
Oh,
German.
interesting. That could because I asked Laura to make this presentation for me,
okay.
so she's German.
Oh.
Oh.
There you go.
Nice.
Interesting.
Maybe that's the pages as well.
So Twitter account, obviously create a Twitter account, but you can also personalize it, as you can see. Oh yeah. Okay, so make it interesting, make it relevant. By the way, if you have time, type in 50 Twitter backgrounds. Some people have done some amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Really, really stuff. And if you are designing it, guys, design top left-hand corner, because that's what you see.
Yeah.
It's normally a fixed background. So if I scroll down, this stays there.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
So it's kind of cool. It's a bit of a pain in the ass, to be honest. It all depends on how you're designing it. So yeah, make that. Now all these places where you've got your fan page, you've got Twitter. Then you can also do things like about me, about.me, about.org, YouTube channels. All these places where you can set things up. What have you learned? Social networking. Anyone?
It's you.
Actually, social networking really help. I used that before for my community photography.
Cool. Cool.
So we create that you said before. First we create the fan page on Facebook, and then we create Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
After that we create Tumblr.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because it is quite nice for design
Yeah.
and photography.
Yeah.
And then we keep active in Twitter and tweeting.
Very good, very good. And also what you can do is you can connect your
And
fan
we
page
combine all of that
Yes.
to about.me.
You're good, good. Yeah, so you can import that all into about.me. Yeah.
Let me check
And about.me,
It's
what
like
it does...
a business card
Yeah.
online.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
We
it's really
put
good.
everything inside there, and people just see that.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to check that out.
All right. So also what you can do as well is you can connect your Facebook fan page to your Twitter. And your Twitter is connected to your main page because it's got your recent tweets. Yeah. So as soon as you put anything into your fan page, it tweets out as well. Next one is doing a press release. Now a press release is just... The reason I wanted to put this on is because this presentation is based on you just launching your site. All right. So what I wanted to do is why not make a press release about what you've done. Okay, and then just submit it. There's many places you can submit a press release. So we did a training to entrepreneur in 60 days, and we just wrote the information about it. All right, and you can get some nice follow links from that. Yeah, so do a couple of press releases. Even if you've got a new bearing out, I don't care. Make it sound interesting and put some fluff around it. Like, this is the best bearing ever. Yeah. So yeah, press releases. Pretty simple. Very similar to article marketing. Yeah. But it has to be relevant. Don't spin. Have you heard of spinning?
What does that mean?
Okay. What spinning is taking, like, for example, this. It says, training to entrepreneur in 60 days. You put a bracket around entrepreneur and you give it 3 other versions: entrepreneur, small business owner, or guy with an idea. And what it does is it spurts out like thousands of different versions of your article, but just slightly different. It's called article spinning. And unfortunately, poor German BMW website went off Google because they were doing that.
Oh.
Naughty boy. Naughty boy.
BMW.
Yeah. BMW Germany, when the Panda update just went through the floor. Now, this one I highly recommend for you too. All right? And I'd love you to write an article for us. If you want to write an article, a design article for us. So, idea is write guest posts for other sites. Now, I've been really, really lucky because you get very, very good links from these. So I wrote one for Web Design Dev, very, very popular one. And the article that I wrote was tweeted. I mean, this is a long time ago now, so it might have been tweeted more. But the article was tweeted 269 times.
Wow.
There was a lot of comments as well. Yeah. And funnily enough, Web Courses Bangkok there. I was very cheeky because all the examples of why it was good was using, Web Courses course material. So yeah. Anyway, so I was a bit cheeky. And then good old NetTuts. So I did an article for them, 50 ways to get your site noticed. And that, I mean, this has got 289 likes. God knows how many tweets it had. And the last time I checked, it was about 120. Oh, come on. Yeah, so it's all right.
Someone's in the elevator right now.
It's building.
Good times.
Good times. So yeah, I had 120 comments. All right, we're still recording, so yeah, I think. Yeah. All right. So next one is link wheeling. Now, link wheeling is the idea of building up different websites. So we've got Web Jobs Bangkok, right? Web Jobs Bangkok has relevant content. It's new. It's interesting. People like it. People are sharing it. But there's a lot of links to Web Courses Bangkok in there. So, for example, whenever you post anything, it says, well, thank you very much for posting, but if you would like to know how to build your own site instead of listing it, come to see us. Yeah. We also have a place where we advertise, and so we've got a bit of advertising for HostGator and stuff like that. But one of them's for Web Courses. Yeah. So the blogs that we've got are diaries for the interns.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so they do a diary every Friday.
What is it?
So a diary.
Who's Larry?
Interns, and my 2 interns.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
So they have lots of links to you, basically.
Yeah.
it's like she create a logbook every day. What she?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that was Anastasia's, and this is Laura's. And they're just talking about what they're doing and what they're working on and stuff like that.
That's really good, actually. Really good idea.
And this is obviously on another website, right?
This is on another website. Yeah, you can see that they're linked and it's relevant, it's interesting. The important thing is whatever you're going to do is just make it relevant and interesting. Because Google knows this. And don't waste your time doing all this other shit. It just doesn't work. I've tried it. I really have tried it. And it's just that quality. For example, one article has brought us 100,000 unique visitors.
Wow.
You know what I mean? That's just one article. And, it's just a nice article. It's 10 resources for web and graphic designers.
Did you mention something about copying or plagiarism bad?
Yes.
And how would Google know that?
How would Google know if you've copied something?
Well, I
I
mean...
think that's Google not.
Wait, what I meant was define. What do you mean by copy? You mean like a whole chunk of article or just bits and pieces of Wikipedia? I mean, that's copying as well, right? Bits and pieces of Wikipedia.
There's levels of uniqueness. Yeah, so just be unique.
But many people do that, isn't it? Copy some article.
And that's why they go down in Google and you go up.
Also, but they put the link, the source link.
Doesn't help. Right, the next one is analysis, and I'm hoping that I can show you this. Now, the thing is, you'll be doing all these things, and so you finish your website, you need to install Google Analytics. Yeah. So with Google Analytics, it tells you a lot of things. So, for example, you can see if where your site's getting indexed, or mentioned, or played with, or linked to, or all these different things. You can find out where people are coming from. All right. So, I've got a horrible number on my analytics, so you can see which links are working. So, let's have a look at this. I've got 81% bounce rate. That's terrible. That is terrible. That means 81% of the people coming to my site leave from the same page they joined. This almost quite interesting. Let me just pause for recording. Resume. Okay, so full screen. So as you can see, that bounce rate is very bad. Average time is 54 seconds.
What does mean bounce? Like
Now, a bounce is when you go to one page and you leave from the same page.
oh
Yeah.
yes.
So you
Come
go, you're like,
and then
oh, okay, bye. Right. So based on what I've said before, why do you think my bounce rate is so high? Think of one of the websites that I submit to.
Stumble.
Yes. Right? From Stumble, if I take away Stumble, right, my bounce rate goes down to 41%.
Wow.
So because of Stumble, people are going, oh, that's nice. Oh, bye. My bounce rate's huge. But I'm hoping that Google knows why my bounce rate's high. Because a lot of people started now, especially when there was a recent update and there was chatter about bounce rate being very important with ranking. So what people started doing is writing half the article and then you have to click to the next page.
Oh.
Have you seen that starting happening more?
Yeah.
It's a really annoying way of doing it, especially if you want to print out the article. You know, if you're or whatever, you get.
Yeah, it's
you know,
a pain.
it is a pain. So anyway, so if I look into my analytics, you know, I can see we're getting 25,000 people, but only 1,600 of those are from Thailand. And let me rephrase that. Only 1,600 of those are useful.
Right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But on the flip side, I've got more chance of people sharing. The more sharing I have, the more engagement I have. The more engagement I have, the more Google likes me. The more Google likes me, the more people find me on Google. So it's a bit of a...
like a circle.
Yeah, it's a bit of a circle. Yeah. Because I was thinking, oh, well, God, no, my bounce rate is so high, I should just turn off Stumble. And we're like, no, because a lot of people were sharing when they were on Stumble, or people were interested in, and you know, it gave me brand recognition. You know, it's interesting because we have a chat feature now on the site. Whenever we submit anything, we get loads and loads of chat requests, and they're like, oh, great site, it's really nice. And I copy and paste from like a little piece that says, you know, thanks you very much for reading the article. Would you mind sharing it? Oh yeah, no problem, mate. And they share it.
Sweet.
You know, so we turn it into. So, there we go. So that's it, guys. So it's this idea of analysing what's working. So you might find that something I haven't put in here yet is banner advertising. So maybe you do banner advertising. Or maybe you do newsletters. So you might find a newsletter that works for you. All right. So what I want to do now is I'm just going to show you around analytics. All right. So here's our analytics for this month. Okay. So again, our bounce rate is still very, very high. But if I look on here, StumbleUpon is giving us 15,000 people. Now, by the way, these things here, referring sites, campaigns, content by title, they're not normally there. What you do is you find all the information on the left-hand side. You get this and this, but nothing really more. So what you do is you go to traffic sources, referring sites, and then you just click Add to Dashboard.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this information here that you see is only about referring sites. Okay. So my top referring site is Stumble, then Facebook, then Good Tutorials. Alright, so we got all these ones. Design News, we submit our news to Design News, and I can click on here and find out what they're linking to. So it was Learn Web Design in Thailand, full Joomla thing. Why you should learn Ruby on Rails, and someone wants to try and link to my admin for some reason.
What exactly is Ruby on Rails? It's a programming language?
Yeah, it's a programming language, yeah. It's kind of based on Perl. Well, actually, Ruby is very old. The Rails part of it is a sort of modification of it. Seth, could I ask you to explain Ruby on Rails for me? Because I don't think I did it very well.
Ruby is a programming language. It's written by a Japanese fellow, Masamichi something. Anyway, it's very close to Python, which is another programming language. There's scripting languages. Rails is a framework. Rails is like, you can imagine it as like a library of utilities that make programming for the web easier. And it happens to be written in Ruby.
And Ruby's pretty old, isn't it?
No.
Oh.
Not terribly old.
Oh,
as
sorry.
far as programming languages go, probably 15 years.
Oh, right. Okay. That's pretty old, isn't it?
Depends on what
No, I suppose old is
Yes,
like 30.
there's Lisp, and there's 30-year-old programming.
Okay. Cool, thanks, mate. Cheers. Now, so I can have a look on here. I can see and stumble upon. Now, let's see. Let's see how many of all these people came from Stumble Upon, and you can see, where they're going and stuff. Now, let's see if any of them booked a course, and the answer is no. Because what I've done is I've set up a goal.
right.
My goal is this page here.
Okay, thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, have you seen this?
Well, you kind of mentioned
You
it
mentioned
briefly.
it in class.
okay. Okay.
I think it was
I've got a page rank of 1 on this page. How did I manage that? I don't get page rank. Well, anyway, so thank you very much. What happens next? We'll get in touch with you. Special offers. All right. So,
Oh, sorry.
yeah. Okay. So you become like that. So that's my goal. Okay. So I want to know how many people reach that goal. So let's go back now to referring sites and say Facebook. Okay. Number 1. Okay, and I've had 0.25% goal conversion from Facebook, which is quite good. All right, we can go back. Good tutorials. Let's see if anyone was booked from there. Nobody. So if I was very, very much orientated to just sort of getting people to book on courses, then I can find a way of doing that.
Right.
Yeah. For whatever reason. Okay, I can find out which search engines give me some love. So Google gives me 3,400 visits per month. Click on there, and then I can click on goal. Oh, and I can see I get a 0.8 conversion rate, and the other one is 0.8 as well. Cool. Keywords, I can see which keywords are coming to me. This one seems to be very, very popular.
To get more.
Yeah.
People are like this.
But however, people are coming to that article and just leaving. Same with this one as well. When Facebook will die. So this is actually not so great. Not so great at all. Web design course in Thailand. I don't know why that's so high. Strange. Anyway. Campaigns. So these are the campaigns I'm running at the moment. My July newsletter. I'm paying for advertising on Thai Discovery, so I can see 7%. Click on there. Click on goals, and I can see that I'm never going to advertise there again. Yeah. I can find out visitors. I can find out everything about them. I can find out their browser capabilities. So I can see that down here, Firefox is the most popular, then Chrome, Opera Mini.
Means people who visit you using browser web.
Yep. Okay. We can have a look at mobile. See mobile devices. So I can see here that every month I get 3,300 visitors from mobile.
No.
I need to make a mobile version of our site quick.
Well, not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I tried going on it once last year. Took forever to download it.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah. So yeah,
Load it up.
absolutely. So we need to make, and that's probably why. Look, bounce rate 91%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even though our site may look lovely and stuff like that, there's a lot we can do. You know.
Because I just tried to find how to get here, just the map, and gosh,
Yeah, it took too long.
impossible. Yeah.
Cool. So that's. I mean, I just see that as an opportunity rather than a bad comment or anything. Visitor loyalty. So let's have a look at this. So how many people come back? So most people just come once, but 1,130 people come back 2 times, and a lot of people come back 9 to 14 times. You find out all this new versus returning. You know, 12% people come back. But you've got to admit, I mean, like we're a site that you come to. You're not really going to follow our blog unless you know us. Let's be really honest. You follow Smashing Magazine, you follow NetTut, stuff like that. You know, but for Web Courses Bangkok, you really wouldn't.
I mean, if you've done a course here before, then you know.
Yeah. But for that, I mean, you really want people to be coming back, you know, because you want to create a community. You know, a photographer, so this number should be very important to you. So you want to find out why they're not coming out, or maybe there's a certain type of blog post that make people come back. Great, I'm going to do that again. You know. Okay.
Can you ever do something like this? Like, let's say you have a shopping, like online, you know, e-commerce website.
Yeah.
And you found out on analytics that the first time people come, they just leave, like first time buy like that.
Yeah.
But then, can you kind of like, if the second time they come along to your website, can you make it, you know, so that there's more like promotions for them, or you know, or just anything to get them attracted to buying some stuff from you?
Yeah,
like
you can do cookies. You have to use cookies for that, or log in. You know, you have to get them to log in. Yeah, subscribe.
Yeah.
And you've got subscriber. What's the word? The type of user for WordPress. You can have subscriber, and then you can say, you know, here's some widgets just for subscribers.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So then you can have a an advertising one. So thanks for coming back, and here it is. Yeah.
Something cool for you.
And is it the
Subscribe.
Yeah, there's a theme. I'm sure there's a plugin that does like subscriber widget. Do you know what I mean? Register and stuff. Cool. So that's basically it. Really, is that you get good quality content. You submit yourself around the web, create all your profiles, take part in the community, interact with people on your social networks and stuff. Like for example, me, whenever I go to Facebook, the most important part is this. Alright, so Jackson, photo, this one, being invited is not important, that's not important, likes my status, accepted my friend request, great, okay, so this one, alright, oh, they won't let me write on his wall. I want to know the best people for web design. What's PPI? People, web design. You can contact us for any of our intermediate graduates from Web Courses Bangkok. Yeah, take part. Click on here. Dear parents, what would you want to know? If the graduates turned out to be snobby cooking whores or not? Not something I can put into a school's directory. But thanks. Alright. Someone commented on here in South Korea. Ooh, nice. I've always wanted to visit. Take part. She might, but next time I speak to her, she might actually listen to me. What's a good resort? Okay, so stuff like that. You know, so just take part. Now, as I get new friends, what I do is I'll go to my fan page. Alright. Okay, so not a huge fan of the article. No. How would you improve the article? So you get people, talking and stuff like that, or liking, and I mean, look at this. We put 7 pages of testimonials, and people see telling on a private one-day course. It's not outside of being intermediate, but as soon as we do, we will tell you, etc. Taking part in the community, yeah. All right. So let's have a see in this. I'm going to click on here. Noob's pretty good, actually. I'm surprised that Tristan doesn't like the article. So we're going to take part in the community now. So Noob.com has changed their design. I preferred the old design. Anyway. Okay, horizontal menus. Oh, that's fine. Yippee. I wonder if they've put any of ours there. Oh, these just must be tutorials.
Yeah, all these tutorials. jQuery,
Yeah.
CSS.
It's quite nice.
Nice tutorial.
Wow, it's long. Anyway, so I'll put my comment. Okay. Nice set, but
A lot of guts.
way too long.
Tons of guts.
I think it would be nice to see them in action as well as just demos. So I'm trying to say, interesting stuff. So when people see Carl, Web Courses Bangkok Carl, they'll hopefully go, oh wow, this guy knows what he's talking about, or whatever. So, any questions?
What proportion of your time, per day, did you actually spend on just doing social, SEO stuff?
An hour.
An hour.
Another thing I should show you is TweetDeck. See you later. So, someone's talking about web design. Alright, so I'm going to talk to her and find out where she's going to learn. Let's have a look. Audio Boo. Deck CSS, a library for nice HTML presentations. Let's have a look at this. Deck.js. Let's have a look. Learn more. Oh, nice. Oh, cool. Okay, so it's a presentation.
It's like what you use for presentation before.
Yeah, this is all CSS though. Cool. If I'm not satisfying web design training after I've done online skill, what should I do? I advise taking a teacher-led. How do you spell led?
LED.
Led course, so they can point you in the right direction.
So have you set up TweetDeck to look for those keywords?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
Is it they say about online school? So you provide online school?
Yes, we do, yeah. All our private courses can be done online.
Oh,
Yeah. So learn web design courses. If anybody mentions this, I can find out. Or learn Photoshop. Here. I was using to learn Photoshop. Great touch. So I can actually sort of take, thinking about learning it would be useful at least learn basic Photoshop. No. Right. So here I'm going to do some advertising. If you want a good tutorial on Photoshop, we created one here. This one. So I'm going to grab this. So I'm actually just listening on Twitter for anybody who's mentioned anything relevant. We made a nice tutorial about it. So I'll paste that. And hopefully he'll share it or like it or take part or get in touch or whatever. Maybe he really likes the way we explained it. Okay. Master CSS gradients, all of these stuff I can listen to or I can take by here. Yeah. Showing how to use TweetDeck to listen to interesting chatter that I can then engage people with, e.g. if anyone mentions web design. And off you go. Boom! No.
Next time.
No. Cool. So, good luck, guys. So when you finish your website, submit it, get your site map, get your online marketing, do quality content, social bookmark it, create profiles, engage, all that stuff, and you'll get 25,000 people. Just out of interest, we never pay for advertising. The banner advertising was only a favour to a friend. He's one of our students, and we fill all our classes, and we, one of the I can't say the best. We are a good place to learn web design. Thanks to just doing a lot of online marketing. All right, cool. Right.